This is a weekly agenda template I used when I first downloaded Notion years ago. This is how it looked after my first major upgrade, and this is a current template I'm using to plan my life one day at a time. In this video, I go through formatting tricks I use to make this look pretty yet practical, and my daily 5-minute workflow that I've adhered to for the past 2 years. Let's get started. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff. Come for the Notion tips and stay for the free agenda template linked down below so you can follow along. Let's dive right into the formatting because, come on, what's the point of a super practical, well-organized, potentially life-changing agenda planner if it just looks like crap? Starting up top, if you want to change the cover image, the dimensions, for some reason, is actually 1536 by 614 pixels. You can simply use Canva, a free online tool. I've made many videos about this platform, links down below. Create a design, custom size, 1536 by 614, create new design, and go nuts. For the icon here, I didn't want to use a default emoji, so I used another free online platform, Flat Icons, and selected a material design calendar icon because I'm just that much of a special snowflake. Now, this next part, these weekday headers, I'm particularly proud of this because usually you're limited to the default colors provided by Notion, for example, /color, and this is what you have to work with. But if you click into these headers, you'll see I use an inline equation to change the colors of the word and the background. If you want to try this yourself, simply copy this, find an empty row, /equation, enter, paste the equation. Let's say I change this to 6Fs because that is pure white. I can change the background color box if I wanted to, and changing word here to, let's say, hello, and click done. Pro tip, I'm so proud of myself for this. You can change the size of this as well. / turn into heading 1, or you can move the cursor to the beginning of the word, command left on a Mac. You can't really see it, but it's there. The shortcut for heading 2, ## or pound space, boom. So I get to the workflow and what reflect means here in a little bit, but I just want to point out that I flipped the colors here because as you progress through the week, you're going forward, and when you reflect on that week, you're going back, right? So it's like you flipped it and the colors are flipped. You get it? You see what I did there? You see how clever I am? You get, Okay, exact same idea down here. I like this color scheme. If you want to pick your own, you can simply go to Color Hunt, Coolors, or My Color Space to generate and find color palette inspirations. Lastly, I'm not sure how to change the font of these equation words without using a third-party tool or plugin. So I've paired this with the serif font as opposed to the default or mono because this combination looks a bit weird. Onto the workflow. For those of you who are new here, I'm a huge fan of the book Make Time by ex-Googlers Jake Knapp and John Zaratsky. So every morning when I wake up, I start the day by writing down one highlight, one thing I'm grateful for, and one thing I want to let go. The highlight is the one thing I'm going to get done today for sure. The key thing to know here is that the highlight doesn't have to be something quote unquote productive. It could literally be take 2 hours off and play Horizon Forbidden West. The only requirement here is that you have to figure out when you're going to do this today and block that time off on your calendar like this. I'm not a huge calendar blocker, so this habit is a very healthy middle ground I can consistently stick with. I've included the instructions here. You can obviously delete this once you get the hang of it. And as Ali Abdaal always says, it's totally okay to skip a day or two. There will be those days, as you can see in this week, one of many examples, by the way, where you wake up late, you forget to make time. Totally fine. Just get back into it as soon as you can. 2 reasons I added the reflect section here. 1, it fills out the second row very nicely, and as we have already established, if it doesn't look good, it ain't good. And second, I've recently come across a lot of literature talking about the benefits of self-reflection. One that stood out is Don't Underestimate the Power of Self-Reflection, published in Harvard Business Review. Actually, let me know down in the comments if you have any books or articles you'd recommend on this topic. There are obviously no right or wrong ways to reflect, but I found these 3 prompts to be very helpful. 1 win from the week, 1 learning from a failure, and 1 memory I like to retain. At the risk of sounding very preachy, I think the ability to admit mistakes and learn from your failures is very important, not just for personal growth, but also for like healthy relationships with your partner, your friends, and especially colleagues in the workplace. It's essential for something called psychological safety, and that's a topic I really want to make a video on in the future. Anyways, these 3 prompts are very self-explanatory. The only pro tip is that I've added a toggle for the memory prompt, so I have the option to add a photo. Totally optional, of course. Moving down and starting with daily to-dos. One cool thing I've added is this template button. If I click it, 2 action items I complete every day pops up. Make time, which we just went over, and social media. This is just a reminder for me to reply to all of your YouTube comments because, you know, I'm an angel. And if you wanted to make changes to this template button, you can click the settings icon here and make this whatever you want. If I wanted to add empty checkboxes, I would just use the shortcut left bracket, right bracket like so. And at the end of the day, I would move all the completed action items or checkboxes to this empty blank archived page and leave the unfinished ones for the next day. Moving over to the left, workstreams are basically projects that span multiple days or multiple weeks. Some may be recurring. For example, I upload 1 YouTube video at least once a week and 1 weekly tip for my newsletter, link down below. Some workstreams I add as needed. For example, I've been working on my website for the last month or so. And as you can probably tell, I moved to a new place. So I've been experimenting with a few new setups. These action items can obviously fall under daily to-dos, but it makes more sense to like bucket them together, right? And once I finish all the action items within a workstream, I actually close a toggle and this tells me the workstream has been completed. So I start the week with like open toggles, empty checkboxes, and hopefully at the end of a week, some of these are closed. Okay, let's say now it's Sunday evening and there's 1 workstream I haven't completed, which is totally okay because some of these are supposed to take multiple weeks, right? I select it, Command C to copy, go back to the agenda master page. I made a template for this as well, linked down below. I move the current week page to the bottom here. Click this button to generate next week's weekly agenda planner. And I simply paste that uncompleted workstream down here and open it. Very simple. As you play around with this template and customize it to suit your planning needs, one recommendation I have is to minimize friction for yourself. For example, I could require myself to reflect every night, but I know I'm not going to do that. So I'd rather reflect once a week than not at all. If you found this template helpful, you might enjoy my Notion tips and tricks video where I go over a lot more cool stuff. See you on the next video. In the meantime, have a great one.